Hi, good morning, Justin. We have here Justin Galliner from Australia, Corpus Christi Catholic High School in Oak Flats, Australia. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
And we wanted to talk to you briefly about some of your experiences with your high school and in your local area. We've seen through your reflection in the Laudato Si Action Platform here coming up on Laudato Si Week, May 22nd through 29th. We're going to highlight your reflection, but we wanted to go a little bit deeper into maybe one or two of your favorite projects that you and your school are involved in. So please.
All right, fantastic. I think for myself, the project that I'm most passionate, most excited about are introducing bees into our school community. We applied for and were lucky enough to receive a grant where we're going to be introducing two types of bees. The normal European honeybee, which will be used for the production of honey, and that'll go towards our school canteen and school cafe, where students who make food during special events at the school will be able to use that within the school community. They'll also get to learn where that food comes from, and that gets incorporated within the schooling that we do here. That also links a lot with science programs where we learn about the circle of life and the role of pollinators within that. So it's fascinating, and it's so exciting to have an environmental project running this year that fits so well with what we do here as a regular school anyway. We will also have native bees introduced. These are stingless bees, so they don't have the stinger or the barb that the European honeybees do, and this will be something that will be a lot closer for students to access in their day-to-day lives and bring about a positivity and a culture and excitement to environmentalism that I think is something that I really like to build in the school. It's slowly building, but having bees, which I think everyone is excited about, will really be fascinating.
Absolutely. Well, that's wonderful. And you're lucky because you get to be both in the programming and the coordinating and kind of from the top organizing these kind of initiatives, but also you're a science teacher in the classroom. So you get to see it full circle from the policy and implementing the project to actually being there with the kids as they are experiencing it and learning it and flying with it, right? No pun intended.
Yes, exactly. You're absolutely right there. I think especially when we have projects that fit so well with an ecological aspect as well, educationally, it shows that it's not one or the other. You can very much do both. And it provides absolute value to the students and to our local ecosystems.
Absolutely. And are there any other projects you would like to highlight right now? Or otherwise, I wanted to ask about your own ecological conversion. But any other projects you would like to mention here?
I think at the moment we're still building as a school community. We're only new. We only started in 2006. So it's something that we've started to build recently is our ecological focus. We have introduced a new waste management system where we are including recycling at a much more in-depth level. I previously mentioned our new school cafe. All of their cardboard, all of their paper, all of their extra kind of produce goes towards FOGO. So it's a food management system where organics get collected by the council and sent out to compost. But we also have our own composting systems here at the school where excess food waste as well as paper waste gets mixed, those greens and those browns together here at the school, which I think it's one of those things where it's educational, but it's also directly a positive impact on our local schooling environment.
Absolutely. Yeah, very practical, hands-on learning, and that's the best kind, as we know, right?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay, thank you for sharing. And so if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about your own personal, let's say, ecological conversion, how you became passionate and involved in this kind of work.
Yeah, of course. It's something that I think has been fairly new to myself within the last 5 or 6 years. As a school-age student, it wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind. I was aware of the climate emergency. I think here in Australia, when the ozone layer became a big thing here, that was something that I was aware of, but I never really took any action. And as I felt as a student who lived at home, there wasn't a lot that I could do. As I kind of grew older and progressed, I had to think about what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to teach, and I knew I wanted to teach science, and that led me down a path to where I am a biology and an earth sciences teacher. And as I kind of dove into and started to learn more about the climate crisis that we have at the moment, the science of how it works and how it is quite a massive emergency, I kind of had to think about how I, as an individual, can make a difference and what I can do. And that started with when I got my first home, introducing solar panels so that we could get some clean energy. And now, as an earth sciences teacher, I'm able to, that same information that brought me along this ecological conversion, I'm able to provide access to that to my students and help them along that same path.
Absolutely. So you're practicing what you're preaching as well. So that's, again, leading by example and just putting it all together. It's really nice how you're incorporating all these aspects into your life and your students' lives, and really inspiring them and empowering them as well, showing what you can do also as a young person that's just a little bit older than them, but showing them all the things that they can already do at this age, and go from there. As we know nowadays, really hope lies in the youth, and it's really nice to see all the energy and how they really are eager to roll up their sleeves and really make a change. They have what it takes, and you're leading them along that path. So that's wonderful. Well, thank you very much. I want to encourage everybody to check out Justin's reflection on the Laudato Si Action Platform. Let me get back on there. That's okay. Yeah. Laudato Si Action Platform and Laudato Si Week coming up. Lots of events. So check it out in the information below. And any last words from you, Justin?
No, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak. On behalf of the Corpus Christi Catholic High School, it's been a pleasure. You did mention that I was leading the students, and I'd like to respectfully disagree, because we have a bunch of fantastic students here who already are greater activists than I could ever hope to be, and they very much in a lot of initiatives are the ones leading me and pulling me along. So it's a fantastic thing to see.
Absolutely. And thank you for that correction. Again, as I've been speaking with different facilitators across the world, that seems to be actually the key. They are leading us, the older generation. It's true. They're educating their parents and everybody in their own communities in ways that others can't. So you're absolutely right. Thank you for that. And
no worries.
Thanks again, and take care and enjoy Laudato Si Week, everybody.